Planning for CSS. Guidelines for students planning to appear in CSS after completion of their graduation. Things to focus during graduation. Great goals are achieved with great focus and consistent efforts. CSS is a competitive exam, and in order to secure top positions, you need to plan your attempt. The sooner you start planning, the better it is. Graduation period is very crucial in this regard. Those students who aspire to join the most prestigious service in Pakistan usually keep this goal in sight when they are at graduation stage and seek admission to university. Best strategy. Best strategy at this stage is to keep your long-term goal of CSS in mind when you select subjects for your graduation course. You should prefer those subjects that would in some way help you in your CSS attempt once you are done graduation. Strong educational base. Apart from subject selection, focusing on CSS during graduation demands that you obtain a strong educational base, as it is a key factor for success in CSS. If you possess a good degree from any prestigious institution, it would help you not only in future job prospects but would also contribute a lot in your preparation for CSS. Good academic habits. During your graduation, you need to work on developing good academic habits that prove crucial at preparatory stage of CSS. You should inculcate a habit of reading good textbooks. Especially select those books that are part of a successful series, for these books have established their worth and esteem in academia. Regular by study newspaper. A regular of newspaper is indispensable for CSS, as it prepares a strong general knowledge base that serves as a foundation on which you develop your preparation for CSS. Current affairs magazines. In addition to newspaper, you should regularly peruse a couple of good current affairs magazines, like Jahangir's World Times, Newsweek, Tribune, etc. News channels. You should prefer watching BBC or CNN for world news rather than Urdu news channels for obtaining a better vocabulary of current issues. Building an effective vocabulary. Having a strong vocabulary is an essential prerequisite of success in CSS. There are different techniques for improvement of vocabulary. One, of course, is studying good newspapers, periodicals, as well as watching foreign news channels. Another effective way is writing a daily diary. It helps you make a habit of using in your scripts the words you study. Optional subjects to focus in CSS. First of all, you need to see which optional subject you intend to focus in CSS. It would be too early to make any sort of list, but you should at least keep that in mind, that these would be your options for CSS. For that, you need to peruse the list of optional subjects. This is obviously doesn't apply on professional degree students. International relations, political science, psychology, geography, history of Pakistan and India, British history, Islamic history and culture, journalism, sociology, public administration, international law, Muslim law and jurisprudence, constitutional law, and others. Best optional subjects for doctors: psychology, zoology, Indo-Pak, British history, geography, sociology, regional language, Sindhi, Pashto, Punjabi, Balochi. Best optional subjects for engineers: physics, applied mathematics, Indo-Pak, British history, geography, sociology, regional language, Sindhi, Pashto, Punjabi, Balochi. Best optional subjects for laws: international law, constitutional law, Indo-Pak, British history, mercantile law, political science, Muslim law and jurisprudence, geography, regional languages, Sindhi, Pashto, Punjabi, Balochi. Best optional subjects for business graduates: business administration, accounting and auditing, geography, mercantile law, statistics, regional languages, Sindhi, Pashto, Punjabi, Balochi. Best optional subjects for general graduates: international relations, international law, as history, gender study, sociology, regional languages, Sindhi, Pashto, Punjabi, Balochi. Essential of subject selection. It must be your decision. Perusal of subject. Previous background of subject. It helps with general knowledge. Fits well in your combination. Books, reading material available. Proper guidance for study. Best courses for optional subjects. For graduation students. This list comprises graduation courses that would help you in preparation for optional subjects once you complete your graduation and start preparing for CSS, mass communication, history, social work, science, public administration, human resource management, MPA and MBA HRM, business administration studies, BBA and MBA, law, LLB, political science, international relations, geographical sciences. Best courses for general knowledge. There are certain courses that are helpful in improving your general knowledge. Courses like history, political science, international relations are such courses which help build a strong knowledge base for candidates. How to improve English language. Improving English language is imperative for success in CSS. Not only that, the very initial couple of papers, English essay and précis and composition, filter out most of the candidates not well versed with English writing skills. The candidates are also required to attempt all papers in English language. Having a good English grammatical foundation is indispensable in this regard. The most way to improve understanding of English grammar is to study and acquaint oneself with rules of English grammar. A very useful book to learn basic rules of English grammar in USEs by Raymond Murphy. It contains grammar rules with exercises to help you find out and correct your mistakes. A very popular book on CSS English is Discovering the World of English, published by JBD Press. It helps candidates prepare for examination by focusing specially on English précis and composition paper. Following guidelines would help you improve your writing skills. Reading. Read and read is the rule for improving your writing skills. Give at least a couple of hours daily to reading books. Quality books. Try to read books written by foreign authors who are native English speakers. Articles. Regularly read articles on topics of your interest. Newspaper. Reading newspaper regularly is a must. News. Try to follow English news bulletins. It would enrich your current affairs vocabulary. English only. Make a habit and read English, write English, converse in English. It would automatically enable you to start thinking in English. Notes making. Take notes while reading articles or listening to current affairs programs. Dictionary. Maintain a personalized dictionary. Note down words that you find interesting and write their synonyms as well. This habit would give you a useful collection of words and phrases to be used in your scripts. Chat rooms and blogs. Try to engage in chat forums. In such forums, you have to respond quickly, which sharpens your thought process. Moreover, you learn from others' argumentation. Public speaking. Always look for chances to speak in a group or in front of class. It helps you as you prepare yourself for such occasions and rectify your mistakes through internal feedback. Revising your write-ups. Make a habit of editing your scripts. Take help of dictionary and thesaurus and do not hesitate to substitute your phrases and word with more suitable ones. Even if you have to rewrite the whole script, do it. Guidance. It is important to get your work checked by someone well versed with basic rules of English grammar. Constructive criticism. Always be open to positive criticism, for there is always a room for improvement. Command over English language. If you ask me one thing that guarantees failure in CSS examination: weak English language skills. Having good writing skills is imperative for clearing all papers in CSS. In the perspective of CSS examination, good English writing skills means that you are able to produce a clear, grammatical, logical argument to answer a question in paper. In a generalized sense, CSS is not the place to be innovative or poetic. It is generally not required here. Your script should be clear, clean and correct. It should display your knowledge and manifest your ideas. CSS thus demands that you display your command over English language in following aspects. Basic grammar. Write grammatically error-free scripts. English essay and composition papers usually filter candidates from grammatical perspective. The examiners of these papers always have an obsessive interest in grammar and spelling. They would judge your papers not only for the ideas that you want to share but also the way you share those ideas. If you fail to put up an effort free enough from grammatical errors to obscure your arguments, you are likely to fail these papers. Reasonable vocabulary. The other important aspect is that you are required to have a reasonably wide range of vocabulary to express your ideas in a clear and precise manner. Some candidates try to learn the whole GRE words by heart. It does help in some way, but that is not essential for you in this exam. You need to have a working vocabulary that may enable you to understand a good newspapers, and you should be able to make use of those common words in order to express your point effectively. Effective communication is another essential of success in CSS. In this exam, you are required to communicate your message in a comprehensible manner. There is absolutely no requirement of verbosity or jargon. It simply demands that you provide the requisite information in a precise, complete and candid way with clarity of thought. When to start studying for CSS. It is advisable to keep doing a gradual study during your graduation. Once you are free from academics, you may start an all-out preparation. Give yourself at least 6 months of preparation before planning an attempt.